This is a market review for January 29th, 2025. Today we had FOMC at 2 o'clock, as well as some other red folder news like the federal funds rate. The only AM session news we had was some orange folder news at 10:30, but besides that, nothing. As we can see today with this candle here, very low volume. And not much happened, and I think that is because of FOMC. Now, we go down to the hourly. We see here, this is London session, 2 to 7. This is accumulation if I've ever seen it. So today I was looking for a bearish move and then a bullish extension in London session accumulated. I was looking for a manipulation and then I was looking for an accumulation, and then New York session would be a manipulation and then a distribution. That didn't really end up happening. As you can see, pre-market dominated most of the volume for today, dragging us down into this hourly here, as well as tapping into this hourly for value gap here. I think it's a possibility that since there was no AM session news before 10, that a lot of the trading was done in the pre-market, so 7 to 9:30, because as you can see, once we hit 9:30, somewhere in this candle, we obviously had the initial spur of market open, but then look at these wicks here, tons of wicks, tons of wicks. Yes, we move around, but it's just very wicky. If we go down to the 15-minute, we can see more clearly accumulation. I'm sure there is rhyme or reason here, but it's nothing that I would want to be a part of. I'll say that. Now this stick right here is possible manipulation. But the reason I don't want to say that it is because this is 7. This candle right here is 7. So that means this green candle right here is before pre-market. Or, sorry, before I don't know what to call it, the start of New York session in my mind. Pre-market New York session. It took out an internal liquidity, internal buy side, and then headed lower. So it is possible that that was enough manipulation to send us lower. It's possible. But however, continuing on, 15-minute here, price reacts off of it. Another one here, opening range gap, kind of got closed with this move pre-market. I'll speak about 8:30 once we get to the 5-minute. 15-minute here reacted off of first presentation, and then here comes the accumulation. So we had 15 minutes of good price action, well, good, high volume price action in AM session, and then we did a whole lot of nothing. Lunch looks like we took out buy side because sells were profitable. We took out the nearest buy side liquidity, and then dumped. If we look here, we got this 15-minute. This is a huge reaction right here. So price probably just dipped down here to take out this low and then come back up. Tap back into the 15-minute, try it again. We have an SMT here between NQ and ES, and then FOMC at 2:30, I believe. Let's see. Yes, sorry. Fed funds rate came out at 2. FOMC statement was at 2. and FOMC press conference was at 2:30, right here. So 2 we had things, 2:30 we had things. So if you look here, 2 o'clock was this down move which created the SMT. 2:30 was the press conference, created this. When we have red folder news like that, Fed funds rate, FOMC, anything to do with FOMC, Powell speaking, whatever, I'm just writing off the whole afternoon and possibly the morning. Because is it tradable after? Yes, but in my opinion, with my experience level, it's more energy expended than profits gained. It's like eating celery. Um, so yeah, other than this spike down and spike up, which was created by news, not much today. Now I said I'd come back to 8:30. As we know, 8:30 usually spools in the opposite direction of the daily move in order to fool uninformed traders. But the problem is 8:30 did nothing. So 8:30 to 9, nothing happened really. We did start spooling upwards, so that could be something that could have tipped its hand that it would go short. And it's something that I'll have to keep an eye on going into the future. If 8:30 to 9:30 goes nowhere, sorry, if 8:30 itself doesn't spool, but somewhere between 8:30 and 9 price spools, maybe that is the false run. So possible false run, tapped in this 5-minute here, which is also a 15-minute. Market opens, tank, come back up, back into this 15-minute, and then we kind of meander around. Lunch comes up, takes the nearest buy side liquidity, comes down here, spikes below this low over here, right there, taps into this new day opening gap, comes up to the 15, or yeah, comes up to this 15-minute, algorithm kicks back in, spike up, take out the highs, and then we start heading lower. SMT here, sorry, 2 o'clock news, not tradable in my mind. That's intervention. So is 2:30. Intervention. This is all intervention. I really don't know what to make of this. Trading on days where FOMC happens is a bit of a trick, a bit tricky. Don't truly know that I'll ever do it. Like I said, it just seems like it's a lot of effort for not much reward. There's no sustained price run here that I'd be able to catch, right? Now, looking on the 1 minute, see 8:30 is here, consolidates 4 minutes until 9, price spools. 5-minute, market opens, displaces lower, creating a 15. First presentation reaction, first presentation reaction. But I mean, if we look here, we can see the precision elements are gone. We reacted off it here, yes, and we came down. But this here closed above it. Did it close in the 15? Yes. All these stayed within this, but we didn't go anywhere. We stayed within a 72 handle range. So unless you're catching the bottom and the high, you're not catching a sustained price run. That's, in my opinion, worth anything. Lunch opens. So what do? Well, technically sell side was profitable. Or sorry, technically sells were profitable. So we looked to take out buy side liquidity, took it out here, and took it out here as well. This is technically, I think, an SMT. This 1024 high was taken on ES, but not on NQ. We pull that up. 10. Here. Nope. I think it's here. 1230 high. 1040. It's lower. Oh, also lower. Maybe I'm tripping. Possible that I'm tripping. So, either way, probably wouldn't have been able to do anything with that. Price spool is lower, leaving gaps, but not really coming back to fill them, except this one. Again, new day opening gap reaction takes out this low over here that I'm not going to go to again. Algorithm kicks back in, spike up above these highs. New week opening gap, constant encroachment, head lower, fair value gap reaction, comes back up to it, lower again. 2 o'clock FOMC rips down, rips up, and then keeps chopping. ES made a lower low than this one. And then we have, again, 2:30 news. Rips up, rips down. Even if you knew what was going to happen, the odds that you executed correctly are slim. Then price rips up again, rounds a bit, taking out these highs. During AM session, retraces either a 5 or 15-minute fair value gap here. Reaction spikes higher once again, back into the new day opening range gap and new week opening gap. Consolidates, drops lower. I guess something that might happen or be usable is last hour of trading, half hour of trading, goes to disrupt any untouched liquidity. And since we just disrupted this buy side and this buy side, undisrupted, I don't think we managed to get this one, but definitely undisrupted. So we take out buy side, what's untouched, sell side, and we come down. Now that's just me grasping at straws as to why things are happening, but this could also just be a high resistance liquidity day. I don't know how I call it, seek and destroy. Definitely high resistance liquidity and not desirable. As far as the rest of the week goes, I still like to climb higher. This is a decent retrace. Where do we open? We opened all the way up here. We're still below it. I don't think we're going to go any lower. With today being a low volume day, tomorrow has the possibility of being a very high volume day. Market's already ripping now. I'm looking at this right here to be an inverse. Oops. An inverse validated here. Breaks through it. Actually, no, this would be a reclaimed. Sorry. Be a reclaimed. But validated. Boom. Buy side and sell side here. So if we break out above it, it's possible that we're going to come back and touch it one more time before continuing higher. Tomorrow I'd like to reach into this, but again, we needed a low volume day. We've been kind of pumping out huge days. Low volume day should hopefully recharge us to aim higher. Yeah, FOMC today, no trades taken, and I'm grateful for it. Even if I took anything, even if I was confident in a bias for the day, I don't think I would have wanted to be in any of this price action. So that's been the market review for January 29th. Yep, January 29th. 2025.